Due to misogyny, due to a lot of different things in the patriarchal system, men are usually paid more. They have more access to gain promotions and everything else. So usually when spouses come down to make this decision, it is the woman that decides to stay home. Are you a stay-at-home mom? Maybe because of the rising cost of daycare, inflation, long transport times, maybe even feeling like your schools are not safe. Because of these many reasons, many moms have found that their current salary they're working at JOB just does not align to a lot of these costs, whether they be ethical costs, whether they be actual financial costs, and so much more. These are decisions that a lot of people, their spouses, make together to really figure out what is the best for their family. And even if you're a single mom, these are many things that are thrown at you that you have to decide. But I am going to stay on the topic of stay-at-home mom versus spouse or father because due to misogyny, due to a lot of different things in the patriarchal system, men are usually paid more. They have more access to gain promotions and everything else. So usually when spouses come down to make this decision, it is the woman that decides to stay home and the man decides to continue to work. And that is usually a large base decision due to financially they can earn more. So this actually adds to the patriarchal system in many ways. But there are solutions out of that where women can continue to earn more, but also to be able to stay home. Let's look at this. And first off, let me just say, I am not here to shame anyone for making any choice that feels good for your family unit, right? If you want to stay home, I am just here to shed some light on if you do not keep up a professional skill, there is huge impact long-term for you as a mother. Here's what happens. The mother starts depreciating her lifelong earning potential. You make a decision in the short term because of your financial situation potentially, and that you can save on that by staying home. It doesn't make sense to go to work because at the end of the day, all your salary goes to daycare, right? And then you're exhausted and you don't have time with your kids. So stay home with your kids. Great decision. But at the same time, if you don't continue to actually work, guess what? You start depreciating your lifelong earning potential. And this is commonly known as like a mom tax. And there's many different mom taxes involved in this as well. But here are 3 things that are attached to depreciating a mother's lifelong earning potential. Number 1, because she is taking off time from work, she isn't contributing to her retirement, Social Security, etc. Right? Overall, you're not contributing to your long-time life earning potential if you do not work and you decide to just stay at home. And I'm not saying just because there's a lot that you're doing. You're cooking, cleaning, maybe homeschooling, all of them. There's a lot that you're doing, but overall, you're not able to actively contribute to these types of things like retirement, like Social Security. Number 2, because you're not working, there is a gap in your resume. And unfortunately, at this point, like I hope we can change the narrative on this, but at this point in time, stay-at-home work isn't considered a skill for many professional jobs. For some it is, and that's amazing. But for many, it is not, unfortunately. Number 3, because she is not working, she isn't adding professional skills to her resume or her experience. And this will just make you start at the bottom after a while instead of going in and being able to work or keep working at a higher level skill. Well, like I said, this is unfortunate and should not be the case, but because of the system we are currently in, how do we change that system? And how do we change it immediately today? This is a way that you can do that, is to learn how to write grants and to have a professional skill. And I know this because I've seen what happens if you don't. My sister-in-law is one of the smartest people I know. And she is homeschooled, get this, all 8 of her children. She knows how to budget. She's got skills up and down that she knows how to do. But unfortunately, now that the kids are all grown, she is wanting to go back into the workplace and she is struggling. She's not struggling because it's difficult for her to pick up skills. She is struggling just to get jobs that are actually equitable for her skills. And now she is actually having to start at the bottom in many places and earn way less. Even though she has many skills, they're not considered professional skills, or not able, that they're specifically looking for, credentials or those types of things, right? So because she never learned a professional skill while she stayed at home, now she is struggling. And that is adding overall to the overall family unit, or like being able to do different things, right? And just for her and my brother now, their retirement goals and all of that. And my own sister, right? That was my sister-in-law, my brother's wife. My own sister, she was also a stay-at-home mom. And now that her kids are all in high school, and she is now completely codependent on her husband's retirement. That is sad. And that is something I want you stay-at-home moms to change today. Today, you can change that, because that hurts when I look at what's happening even in my own family and the choices that they made that seemed to make sense at the time and did make sense at the time, but now they're impacting overall the lifelong earning, the retirement, the quality of life as these women are now older and their kids are gone. There is a solution. And the solution isn't just staying home. I remember my stepmom back in the 1980s, she would stay home and cut coupons, right? She had MS, and that was something that she could do at home. And she was able to sell some of them, very little money, and be able to contribute some of the savings with the coupons too. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about not getting your latte and saving money that way. I'm not talking about those or being on this crazy frugal budget, right? That is not what I'm talking. I'm talking about earning more. Earning more, right? This is what I'm talking about. So what have I told you, moms, that you can stay at home with your kids and you can earn more money on part-time hours? You can do this. You can earn more money. You can increase your professional skills. You can stay in the workforce, add to your retirement, to your Roth IRAs, to all of that, and be at home and have time with your kids. I know it sounds too good to be true. I do. But let's look at Grace, who's in the academy, right? Grace was able to book out her grant writing business with just 2 clients. That's all she wanted, because she wanted time with her kids at home, her little ones. She was able to replace her income within a year of being in the academy with a total of $60,500 with just 2 clients on flexible hours. So she didn't even have to return to the traditional workforce, but she was able to stay in the workforce, be able to stay at home with her kids and balance her time. And she earned more. So she was able to actually put more money aside to her retirement and increase her earning potential. That is something that does happen as a freelance grant writer. Now, if you're saying, what about staff grant writer, Holly? That's a different scenario. You're going to earn more as a freelance grant writer, be able to contribute more and have more flexible hours than being a staff member. Completely. So if you're a stay-at-home mom, what I want to tell you right now is you can be a part of the solution. You can change the narrative that we live in, and you can earn more while you stay home with your kids. I'm not telling you to go get a high-paying job and get into the workforce and be gone from your kids. I am not saying that. You can have your cake and eat it too. You can be home with your kids and have flexible hours and earn more as a freelance grant writer. And there's a lot of online jobs, right? There are a lot of online jobs that you can do as far as pays $10 an hour, pays $25 an hour. But I am encouraging you to actually learn a technical skill that is here to stay, easy to get clients, because there's so many nonprofits and organizations within your community alone that need your assistance. And you only need a couple of clients, because you continually to write grants for them, find grants for them, etc., and get on a retainer. This is empowerment, and this is a solution. Inside the Freelance Grant Writer Academy, we offer a 12-month group coaching program with all of the curriculum you need, with live coaching every single week, daily Slack channel, unlimited grant reviews. We teach you actually how to write the grants. We teach you how to sell your services. We teach you how to put your services together and your pricing. And we even give you templates for client delivery. Amazing. So go ahead and check us out at grantwritingandfunding.com/academy, especially you stay-at-home moms, because it's time to change the narrative. It's time to earn more and to increase your lifelong earning.